Every day I see you is a fine
Home
day.
Alone, 35 years it's been since it came out. 1990, Chris Columbus classic. Introduced us to Kevin McAllister and the Wet Bandits. Alex, welcome to the show. What is your first memory of watching this holiday classic?
Oh shit. I mean, I don't know how old I was, but it's the first Christmas movie I watched. And then it turned into more than a Christmas movie. My passion for the movie Home Alone runs so deep. Now I watch Home Alone probably 20 times a year. It's more than just a Christmas movie. It's so much more than a Christmas movie that Macaulay Culkin just ended his 35-year anniversary tour of Home Alone, where he came to a venue near me, and I was able to meet Macaulay Culkin and do a live reaction of Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, and it just was so nostalgic. It was so right for so many reasons.
Now, you did have an interesting factoid that some of the audience might not know about. Joe Pesci could have been a different actor.
Yeah, so according to Macaulay Culkin, the role of Harry was supposed to be Robert De Niro, which probably would have changed the movie a lot if Robert De Niro played Harry. Um, but Joe Pesci just played that role so perfectly, like being, like bald on the top of his head during the movie, like just a short little angry man. Yeah, just I think Pesci played that perfectly.
For our Wet Bandit warm up to get the show started, I did have a question for you and potentially a hot take. Are Kevin's parents the real villain of this movie?
Oh, for sure, because um, I mean, where do I begin? Like, uh, Buzz is a piece of shit, but it is Buzz's fault. That the whole thing started because of Buzz, and he is a trout sniffer, like Kevin called him in the movie. And they believed his sorry ass apology was so fake. And then Uncle Frank is part of the problem too. He is also the villain.
He's an
He's a
asshole.
he is a fucking piece of shit too. I hate him. Him and Kevin's parents are the real problems. Just from sending him up to the attic, like, and then he's like, "Well, I don't want to sleep with Fuller because he'll wet the bed," and they let Fuller sleep somewhere else, and then the power goes out or whatever, and then they're in such a rush they have to make it to Paris, Pelly, that they fucking forget Kevin, and the whole story is because of them being shitty parents.
Yeah, I really do think they're worse than the Wet Bandits because, I mean, the Wet Bandits, we can get to them now. Are they the most incompetent criminals on in film history?
Yeah, probably. I mean, immediate reaction thinking, like having no time to think about that question. Yeah, probably. I mean, Marv sticking towels in sinks and flooding houses. I mean, it's our calling card. Like, what are we talking about? That's just absolutely asinine thing to do when robbing a house.
And
Um,
I mean, I guess it was a disguise, but isn't Harry a cop?
Yeah, so in the beginning, he dressed up as a cop and went to every house in the area to figure out what their Christmas plans were and like, oh, your house is safe in my hands, blah blah blah. Like and then he gets to obviously their house and talks to everybody and then right on Kevin and Harry have the interaction where Harry winks at him and he sees his gold tooth.
I think that another potentially hot take, or even just question that I have for you, where does Kevin end up like 20 years down the line? Is he like a serial killer, or is he just like Joe Schmo accountant over at like H&R Block? Like, what does his next 20 years look like after this? Finding out he's a killer. I mean, he could have killed these two guys if he really wanted to.
Yeah, I think that Marv and Harry were so stupid that he was just like, uh, well, it's because Old Man Marley really saved him because he was about to die. And, like if it played out, like they would have obviously gotten to him. But I think based off of how the second movie played out, I don't think he probably would have. Maybe he would have ended up just offing both of them. He probably could have. I mean, when he dropped the bricks on their head in the Home Alone 2 and in the fucking just everything, like he poured kerosene on him and shit, like just he probably could have.
I mean, I remember watching a doctor on one of those videos where the profession like reviews movie scenes, and she said that if you fall off of a four-story floor, you have a 50-50 chance of living. So, I mean, them surviving that was definitely movie magic because I don't think they would survive either of those scenarios. On the other side, for Kevin, I did want to give you some scenarios, and you can rate on a scale of 1 to 10 his survival rate, or I guess the wet bandits. We could do either one, but in terms of me and my dad talked about it on our podcast. We just recorded the Die Hard one. Check that out if you have not. I'll be releasing that today, and this podcast will be coming out Christmas Day as you're watching it. How would Kevin look in a Die Hard situation? Do you think he would have excelled as a John McClane?
Probably not. He was a kid. I don't think
You
like
don't think he could handle terrorists?
yeah, I think that might be a little much compared to two low life idiot fucking criminals. Yeah, I don't think he probably would have fared too well in Die Hard. Speaking of which, Macaulay Culkin, when I was at his 35th year anniversary of the movie, somebody in the audience, like one of the questions that was asked ahead of time was if Macaulay Culkin thought Die Hard was a Christmas movie, and he actually knew like the people in Die Hard, like the actors, and some people are gonna get mad. My opinion's changed. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. It was just happened to be recorded on Christmas. It wasn't even supposed to be on Christmas. Like you could you could like film Die Hard on 4th of July and people would think, "Oh, it's a patriotic movie because all the explosions and shit."
That's like the third one. I mean,
Yeah.
with a Vengeance is a great summer movie. So
Yeah.
I honestly, for the people that say between the two movies, Home Alone clearly is a Christmas movie. But Die Hard, I definitely think the discussion is a lot more open because, yeah, it happens on Christmas, and yeah, there is the Reginald Vell Johnson and Bruce Willis kind of coming together, being that Christmas theme of, we needed each other, we didn't know each other, things like that. But the people that say Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie and Die Hard is, I think they need their heads examined.
Also, like, not really RIP, but shout out Bruce Willis. Like, he's got real bad, I think, dementia or whatever. Bruce Willis is an all-time actor.
He's in the like Mount Rushmore of action here, like movie
Yeah.
stars in general, like him, Schwarzenegger, Stallone, and then I'd probably throw in who would you throw in that last spot? Keanu, or I guess 80s would be, I mean, even
I th
Eddie Murphy in like Beverly Hills Cop, like he's a dog, so
I think an underrated poll is Vin Diesel.
yeah, Vin Diesel. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do an action hero movie draft. That would be something fun. I did want to I mean, we got to examine these injuries a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, in terms of survivability and in terms of, I guess, if you had to pick one of these that happens, the hand getting burnt when he grabs the handle, the blowtorch to the head, which probably would lead to pretty severe brain damage. You got BB gun to the face. You got the foot going into the nail. Out of
Also, the
all
BB
those,
gun
which
to the
ones?
ball and the BB gun to the balls too.
And the balls too. So out of those ones, give me kind of a ranking of number one being I could probably handle this and be okay, and then go all the way down to absolutely not.
Also, the iron to the head.
Falling from the story
Yeah,
above.
falling from the laundry chute. Um, Probably putting my hand on the M on the door handle. because it'll like just absolutely fuck up your hand. But out of all the things to happen, if my hand has sweltering blisters, I can probably overcome that. But I don't want to get shot in the dick with a BB gun. I also don't want an iron to drop on my forehead from 30 feet in the air, or have a 2 foot long nail go through my foot.
Or blowtorch your head.
Yeah,
You
blowtorch
probably
to
have
the
a
head.
third degree
Uh,
burns and brain damage.
or try to or crawl across a zip line and go smashing into a brick wall. I don't want that either. So if I had to pick one, it would definitely be the hand. All
And
those
then,
other things are just so much worse.
and then don't forget about the bricks falling on you in the second one.
Yeah, and when they all fall down, when Marv falls down the stairs in the first one because the stairs are icy, he falls all the way down the stairs on frozen concrete. I don't think I want that either. I'll take a
Your
burnt hand.
your back would be dunzo. I know. I mean, if I had to choose like with a technicality getting shot in the face with a BB gun, I mean, I could probably take that, but I mean, getting shot in the cock or the hand, I probably would take too, because I don't want a concussion and I don't want third degree burns on the top of my head. Okay, so this next segment, replacing the wet bandits. We each get a draft, two people we would have liked to see in the movie. They can be a celebrity, an athlete, either current or former, or a fictional character. I'll let you start if you want, since you are the guest. So, two guys to replace Harry and Marv.
Well, I'm gonna do what was supposed to happen, and I'm gonna replace Pesci with De Niro because that would have been crazy as De Niro in that movie.
I'll go one step further. I'll get rid of Marv and have Pesci and De Niro as the wet bandits. Just bring the Goodfellas cast. Just have it be an Italian mob movie. Come and attack Kevin. I think that would be awesome.
I would get rid of Marv, rid of both. Well, not get rid of Marv, but rid of the actor that played Marv, and I would replace him with Al Pacino and have Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Hey, Kevin, get out of your fucking house.
Yeah, Pacino and De Niro would move mountains in that movie.
And the thing is, they would not be phased by the you have 5 seconds to get off my lawn, and you start shooting. They'd be like, "All right, motherfucker," and they'll come through the door and bust it open, and Kevin would be screwed. So that's not what I expected from this. And other than an Italian mob aspect, what are two other guys you would want to see if we had to get rid of both Harry and Marv, wipe the clean slate for those guys? Who do you have for those two?
Um,
Would you want it to be a horror, kind of Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees trying to kill Kevin?
I
Freddy
would
Krueger
replace
and Chucky?
Marv with Ashton Kutcher.
Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher on a
That 70 show of fucking Wet Bandits.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson on their
Oh my
degenerate shit.
God.
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid because Ben Simmons wants to go into fucking pro fishing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's a
Ben
joke, dude.
Simmons is a
He's a
clown.
bust. He's a certified bust. I don't care. You're the number one pick, and 9 years later, you're going into pro fishing. What is happening?
Fucking bro fishing. Delonte West and Mo Williams.
LeBron and Bronny, Bryce and Bronny.
Hey, bear down.
All right, so this next one, Kevin McAllister Court. Kevin is put on trial for all the things that he did to these poor old low life criminals. Do you want to defend Kevin or do you want to prosecute Kevin?
Oh, 100% defend Kevin, dude. You got these old men trying to hurt a kid. We're gonna kill that kid, Harry. Like what?
All right, so make your case. Make your case to why
Everything,
Kevin should not go to jail for any juvie for any of the things that he did.
everything that Kevin did was entirely valid. Everything, I mean, everything was all in his defense. He heard them talking about coming back on Christmas to rob the house. I wish. like obviously it can't because it's kind of a kids movie simultaneously. But if in the movie he just like somehow acquires a gun and domes them both.
Honestly, so you did tell me you can break the news to the audience if you want, unless people already kind of know, but you did hear some news about a potential Macaulay Culkin did say there is something in the works. So just let us know about
Yeah.
that and then take it a step forward. And if they gave you a blank checkbook, what would the script look like? What would you want to see in a potential of let us know the news and then we can dive deeper into it?
Yeah, so at this event that I've been referencing, Macaulay Culkin had a fan like submitted a question, and it was like, what are the chance? Because they have a Home Alone 3 and 4, but we don't recognize those Home Alone 3 and 4s. Somebody asked like, what are the chances of there being a real Home Alone 3? And Macaulay Culkin like basically said, oh, it's already in the works. Like they're they already have I think it's two studios that have already offered up the funding to make a Home Alone 3 where Macaulay Culkin would be one of the parents in the movie this time. Obviously he's not able to say much more because the script's still in the works. All the details still have to be finalized. So it's not something you expect, probably not until like 28, I'd imagine.
How would you want that to go as him as the parent? Do you think he would be the one to leave his kid, or do you think he'd kind of come back and defend a kid getting potentially robbed, probably?
I think Christmas time 27 would be cool. But to answer your question, I can't say too much because he already gave us an idea about a script that's being favored. But I do think the script that he talked about is a fire script. I'll leave
Is
it
there
at
is there
that.
a movie it's similar to? Let me know off air. But the audience, it's in the works. Home Alone
There's
3 with
a
Macaulay Culkin.
an extremely very high likely chance that we get a real Home Alone 3 where Macaulay Culkin is obviously the dad in the movie. So we will more to come based off of what he can say. Um, Also, speaking of Macaulay Culkin, for all the people out here who like or who like the first Zootopia movie, Zootopia 2 is now out, and Macaulay Culkin is in that movie.
You love to see it. Zootopia 1, I remember being a massive hit. So shout out to Copeland still getting after it. Shout out to Brenda Song too. She was a huge part of my childhood. Both of them were just absolute legends for the Gen Z kids. So Home Alone, we're gonna do a draft of the items in the movie. You have a draft of we love to do drafts on the Rumbo Show. You have to draft this item to defend your house. Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
What are you taking with the number one overall pick in the Home Alone draft?
this might be a sleeper pick, but I'm taking the iron.
That's a good pick. You can use it. I mean, if you got to iron out your clothes to get ready, but also whack them.
It's versatile. You could also grab the cord of the iron, swing it, and then just like release it and let it smoke somebody in the face. Or you can do what Kevin did and pull the light to turn it on and have it drop from 80 feet and smack somebody in the head. You know what Kevin should have done is he should have had it plugged in all day so that it got fucking red hot. And then when he found out that they're coming on Christmas, right before they come, unplug it so a scorching hot iron burns Marv's face.
I love it. I'm gonna have to go with my first pick, the blowtorch.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, right? The blowtorch is classic. That scene where his head catches on fire. Yeah.
And he's just sitting there with
Oh.
his head burning for like 10 seconds.
And like, what the hell is going on?
Ah!
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Um, Number two, honestly, either the ornaments or the race cars. Because that like disables them almost because their feet are so fucked up that they're like crip walking around the house. So it like limits their movement.
I'll probably go with the BB gun then.
Yeah. Um, Next, I would do the nail. The walking on the ornaments in the race cars and then a 30-inch nail to the fucking foot.
You could also just use it as a weapon too, just like swinging it around. Probably,
Yeah.
I would probably have to go with the paint cans. I think I just have them all over the house, just swinging them all over the house.
Yeah, I would do at that. I would do the. Then I would go for the hot handle of the house, the doorknob.
That's a good pick. The whatever he uses the heat to heat it up. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I'd probably go tarantula then. I'd try to get them like trapped and then just sink the tarantula, try to shove it down their throat or something. Honestly, they could really
Yeah.
do a Home Alone 3 if they wanted to take a horror turn. It could have just been American Psycho with Kevin
Oh my
McAllister
God,
instead of
American Psycho.
because this kid just thinks of the most. He's like Jigsaw. He thinks of all these ways to kill these guys.
Kevin is Jigsaw.
Oh, did you have any other picks or shall we move on?
I think we can move on. That covers the most important ones, I'd say.
I am curious if, for instance, Home Alone never existed and nobody had ever tried to make it again or anything like that. What does Home Alone look like in 2025 to you with the Ring doorbells that we have? How do you think it'll all kind of play out? Do you think it can even exist or do you think it would have to be really elaborate?
No, I don't think it could exist. It's because it was when times were simpler, um, and people just lived life. They weren't worried about ring doorbells and elaborate security systems and all this other bullshit. It was just a kid versus two idiot intruders. I think if they're like, I imagine Home Alone now as what they tried to make Home Alone 3 and 4. Shit.
hmm Do you have any? I have a couple in mind. Do you have some favorite home invasion movies?
Ooh,
I
I
do
wouldn't.
say Don't Breathe. 2016's Don't Breathe, shout out to Michigan, is a banger. The guy is a retired military veteran that's blind, and these guys try to rob him, and they don't realize that he's a dog. So that one's fire. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's a banger movie. Um, it's not a home invasion movie, but Ocean's 11 is a fire invasion movie. Um, do you consider Terrifier home invasion?
Terrifier 2, you're talking about? Terrifier
Well,
3?
Terrifier 3 even at the beginning when he breaks into the house and you know,
It's probably the darkest home invasion movie there is. Next year, we'll probably be doing a Terrifier 3 rewatch.
I fucking hate Art the Clown.
Let us know in the comments if you'd like to watch that.
No, you don't want to watch that shit. It's foul.
Oh, the shower scene kills me. I would say Better Watch Out also as an underrated one. Kind of breaks a lot of the typical home invasion tropes. That one's a banger. Shout out Olivia DeJonge. She was in the Elvis movie as his wife,
Yeah.
Priscilla. Shout out. Other than that, I mean, Home Alone or home invasion movies, they're tough. They're tough to make because it really you gotta the cast is really what makes it. Because I mean, the cast about Home Alone, like Kevin McAllister. Had you seen any of his movies? Obviously, Home Alone was probably one of your first movies in general you watched. But have you seen any of his other filmography? And do you have any comments on any of them?
Oh yeah, Uncle Buck's a fire movie. He's in Uncle Buck. Um, R.I.P. John Candy. Great actor, just was fat as shit and pretty sure he OD'd.
I mean, he's the legend. I gotta watch his new documentary on Amazon. That's definitely a huge piece of my childhood. I do want to give you a little
That's Macaulay Culkin's other like main movie that lots of people would probably know. He's had smaller roles, but that's like
1993, The Good Son. Him and
yeah.
Elijah Wood.
I
Macaulay's
see,
a murderer in that.
yeah,
So he really went full Patrick Bateman there. That's another one I did want to give a shout
Christopher
out to.
Columbus had a fucking different thing on his mind when he was creating all of Macaulay's different roles.
I mean, he's a really good child actor in terms of just Probably the greatest ever, I'd say, in terms of just carrying a movie, because these movies do not work. If he's a really bad child actor, he doesn't even get another movie, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, Home Alone 2, we can touch on that a little bit if you'd like. A really, a really good sequel. It could have gone really bad, but I think it went really well, all things considered.
You know what Christopher Columbus said about making sequels? The only thing that should change in a sequel is the the location and the plot.
Characters should all come back. I agree.
I mean, look what happened when they made three.
Nobody cares. If you don't have the same characters, nobody cares.
Also, Kevin's dad in the movies also passed away, so R.I.P. him too.
John Hurt, I believe.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, so I think the sequel was done perfectly. Same cast, same everything, except this time they go to New York instead of Paris. They changed the location.
I mean, think about the greatest sequels in cinema history. I mean, you got Godfather 1 and 2. It's a continuation, so I mean, technically it's the same thing, but I
Ocean's
mean,
11 and 12.
Terminator 1 and 2, Terminator 2, a lot of people say is better, so I mean, just elevating it. If you're gonna change a bunch of shit, then that's probably not in your best interest. But what are your kind of your thoughts on like sequels in general? Do you kind of agree with that? Do you think we should not have them? Do you think it should only be for certain things? Because I do think they can be beneficial to continuing stories and giving people what they want. But what are your thoughts on sequels in general?
My parents are in Florida and I'm in New York. Um, I think sequels have to be done the right way to have them. Some sequels are shit. Like a perfect example of a good sequel is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Like the ending scene where they figure like where the whole story comes together and then Peter goes to the Plaza Hotel and sees Kevin's bill. You spent like fucking $9,000 on ice cream or whatever. Like uh it's so perfectly made. The sequel has to be done right. The cast has to stay the same. Like everything has to stay the same in order for it to be a good sequel. Like if you look at Ocean's 11 to Ocean's 12, the cast stayed the same, the plot changed. That's it.
Me and my dad were talking about it on our Die Hard episode. Die Hard 1, banger. Die Hard 2, they go to the airport, banger. Die Hard 3, Sam Jackson enters the picture and it's summertime in New York. Simon Says is going nuts, banger. After that, I mean, obviously it's 2000s. They're trying some different things. I haven't even seen 4 and 5, so I can't really attest to that. Lethal Weapon 2,
Oh my
number
gosh.
one, banger. Number two, diplomatic immunity has been revoked. Banger. Three, four, banger. Beverly Hills Cop, one, banger. Beverly Hills Cop 2, underrated, banger. I think 3 kind of falls apart, but I think once you're getting past the second one, with a lot of them, it gets a little sticky. I mean, Scream 1, 2, and 3, bangers.
What
4, little sticky, but Terrifier 1. Low budget, not as good. 2, banger. 3, off the rails banger.
what about Kill Bill to Kill Bill Volume 2?
Well, it's a little different because Tarantino did want it to be a full thing, which does come out. I think it's already out. The full Bloody Affair. I need to see that. It's like 5 hours
Yeah.
long with an intermission. I need to see that. But that's a little different just because it is supposed to be a one thing, kind of like Godfather was. But I think if
Tarantino's
it's a
the
whole
best
new
director of
story,
all time.
you say what?
Tarantino's the best director of all time.
What do you want his last film to look like? Do you want it to be like a stylish movie? What do you want it to be?
Kind of like what was the Las Vegas movie? What was that called?
Casino?
No. Um oh
One
my
of his
God.
movies, the Las Vegas one?
Yes. Um
Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
yes. Sorry, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If he made a movie like that to end off his career, that would be electric. That movie is so good.
I mean, a lot of people thought that should be like his last hurrah because I mean, right before COVID, that was like a huge event.
Dude, Tarantino's a fucking legend.
I
All
mean, you get Brad Pitt, you get Margot
Matt
Robbie as Sharon Tate, you get Pacino for a little bit, you get, I mean, You got the Manson murder. Like you got Austin Butler, Sydney Sweeney, um, Margot Qualley, all before they were famous. Like
Yeah.
right at the right time. Everybody now would be like, is that Sydney Sweeney? Is that Oscar winner Mikey Madison as a Madison girl? Yes. Like he knows what he's doing. I mean, he loves his feet. Shout out to Tarantino, but
Yeah.
everybody has their kink.
Shout out to Kill Bill.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah. Uma Thurman. Oh my God. He is a legend. There's not one bad Tarantino movie. Not one.
Even Death Proof, which people don't really talk about. I love Death Proof. Me and Broccoli were watching it. The car chases in that. Kurt Russell's a maniac. I love Kurt Russell. Any closing thoughts on Home Alone?
I just think that it's become more than a Christmas movie. It's aged so well that like I think Home Alone will be around forever. Like I just think it's so good of a movie. It's just so perfectly made that it stood the test of time over 3.5 decades. And I think it'll continue to stand time. Like for all the old heads out there, for perspective, Macaulay Culkin's now 43 years old. He was like 8 when they made the movie. Also, on the last day of filming of the first Home Alone, Culkin told us a funny story where, like, during movie sets, each actor has like their own trailer for breaks and whatever, doing whatever. And at the time, Macaulay Culkin, whatever, 7, 8, or 9, however old he was, on the last day of filming, Joe Pesci, who what at the time was probably in his 40s,
46.
came to Macaulay Culkin's trailer, knocked on the door with cigars and a bottle of wine, and asked Macaulay Culkin at 8 years old if he wanted to have a glass of wine with him to celebrate the end of the movie.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
I'm like Joe Pesci, Macaulay, all those people. They're just unbelievable actors and actresses, and I hope that movie stands the test of time. Like if I ever have kids, I hope that I can show them that movie and it has the same sort of impact on them that it did on me.
I honestly have a genuine question. Joe Pesci's 1990 with Home Alone and Goodfellas in the same year. I mean, how does that relate to sports? Is that like Kawhi Leonard's 2019 with the Raptors, or is it even greater than that? What, like the greatest sports years ever? I mean, that's like an all-time year for him. Those two
It was like
bangers, classics.
when Tiger Woods came back and won the 2019 Masters.
I think that's very poetic.
That's the greatest comeback ever in sports history. Also, what are your thoughts on Reservoir Dogs?
I mean, Tarantino, that being his first movie, taking
Yeah.
off at Sundance, and then that being your first, dude, what are we talking about? The opening scene where it's going around the table, they're all talking about, and Steve Buscemi's like, I don't want a fucking tip. Fuck them, they don't deserve it. It's like, dude, what are we doing here? And then, I mean, not showing the I think it was like a shootout robbery or whatever, and then just having the aftermath, that torture scene. I mean, Tarantino doesn't miss. Even his like okay movies are like still better than like he's a one percenter. He's like a
He's
point
a
one
half
percent.
percenter.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna give it.
to be a video store clerk and then go do that.
We've got a few minutes left here, so I wanted to flip the script and I wanted to become the host for a second, and I've got a good question for you, and I want your thoughts on this. This is a 3 movie span from Quentin Tarantino, which I think personally is his greatest 3 film span ever. And you go from Inglourious Bastards to Django Unchained to The Hateful Eight. Give me your thoughts on those 3 movies, and then give me your favorite 3 movie stretch from Tarantino.
Well, sadly, I have not seen Hateful Eight yet.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's right there. I need to watch it. So
Hateful. Okay.
I can't, say anything about that. His best three stretch. I haven't seen Jackie Brown either, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna go off what I've seen. I mean, like if I can cheat and say since I haven't seen Jackie Brown, I'll cancel that out. I don't know if that counts, but I would say, I mean, I have to go. It's hard. I think I'd have to go Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and then Jackie Brown or Kill Bill if you let me take Kill Bill Volume 1. I think Pulp Fiction probably is my favorite Tarantino.
Samuel L. Jackson in that movie is just so perfect.
Bruce Willis. I mean, you got the whole squad. You got the Wolf. Shout out to our guy. What's the Harvey Keitel? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, Kill Bill. When I first saw that, my mind was blown. I was like, "What is happening? She's murdering all these people for why?" And then she rips the girl's eye out. Like, it's insane. So I would have to go with those three. And then, I mean, even just the run. I know I'm gonna love Hateful Eight when I do finish it.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, Inglorious Bastards, Django, and Hateful Eight. I mean, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I
Fucking
mean,
banger.
that might even be his best. That has his argument to be his best too. So,
I have an underdog prediction, and I think once you watch Hateful Eight, it's going to be your favorite Tarantino movie.
all right, bet I'll have to watch it this winter season.
It's a perfect Christmas. No, I'm kidding. It's an unbelievable movie that I I'm not going to say or spoil any of it, but you have to watch Hateful Eight.
As soon as I can, I'll hop on the Hateful Eight bandwagon.
The cast is loaded. It's got like Samuel L. Jackson, Jennifer Jason Lee, or however you, whatever, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kurt Russell, Channing Tatum. Uh, oh my God, who else? I'm trying to remember who else is in that fucking movie. I think Michael Madsen's also in that movie. Like
Yeah.
it just and
R.I.P.
yeah, R.I.P. Those are like the main. It's like a star-studded mixed cast of like just heater of actors from Samuel L. Jackson to Channing Tatum and everything in between.
Let us know in the comments if you want to do a little Tarantino. We can do a Tarantino week, just cover each of his movies, especially in the off season of when sports isn't heating up. But this has been the Home Alone Brotherhood Ballad podcast. Thanks for joining, Alex.
Yeah, of course, thank you. And I wanted to say lastly, I don't think t any of Tarantino's movies, in my opinion, would rank below a 9 out of 10.